What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Bill, and in today's video we got a new toy to play with. So it's a bit rough around the edges. From the bed forward, it's actually in good shape, body wise, frame wise, everything. The bed itself, if you look on the outside, it's like, oh, it's got a little bit of rust. Not a big deal. Go over to the other side. I'm not showing the inside of the bed purposely, over here. Like, oh, it's got a little bit of rust. Well, they had some carpet laying across, actually screwed down, and then some of these boards up here going across. It's not even board, it's like a cardboard. And well, as you can see, the bed is pretty much completely rusted out. It's got huge holes. I don't know if you can see this here, but they try to, like, it's completely rusted through on the front side, and they could try to weld something together. They didn't even bother cutting like the scrap metal they had. They just threw a big piece of scrap metal in there and tack welded it to an angle iron, and then put this bar across. So yeah, interesting concept. But yeah, the bed's pretty much toast. So it is a 2006, which means it is a oops, wrong keys. I'm starting to get too many way too many keys laying around. But yeah, it's a 2006 F350, which means it is the 6.0 Powerstroke, which people either love or hate. And so far, I think I'm on the side of people that kind of hate it. But inside, it's not the greatest, but not not horrible. It needs to be cleaned up. The leather isn't in the best condition, some rips and tears. So yeah, the auction ended the other night, and so then today I was able to go pick it up. Got there, did the paperwork, and they're like, yeah, we got it outside running for you already. I was like, that doesn't sound like a good sign. I've never gone to pick up a car or anything where they've already had it running for me, and they stressed it's sold as is, like, several times throughout, which I knew I was getting into. But as soon as they said, yeah, it's outside, it's running, it's outside, it's already running, I knew something was kind of up though. And so needless to say, I got it here, got it home, parked it, turned it off, and well, I haven't been able to get it started since. So it cranks, no problem. No problem with the battery. Ran diagnostic. There's 2 glow plugs. 2 bad glow plugs according to the diagnostics. But it's 60 degrees out. Something like that, or about 60 degrees out. So it should start without any glow plugs, much less 2 of them. So looks like the first project is getting this thing running. Now, I did just take a quick look at the oil filters and the fuel filters, and they are completely filthy. So, and I don't know what kind they are, how long it's been. So I'm going to go ahead and change out the fuel filters first. See if that makes any difference. If not, I'm going to go ahead and change out the oil, see if that makes any difference. And then if neither of those 2 really simple things don't make a difference, which it's possible they will, I'm not betting on it that they will, but it is possible that changing those couple of things will help it start better. All right, good morning, guys. It is the next day, and let the batteries charge all night. You know what? I'm going to set you over here so you can hear cold start, because I have faith. So let's see what the cold start sounds like. We're going to set you over here. I'm going to go start this thing up. You're going to get to hear the first cold start. thing is loud, but the exhaust is quiet, so we're gonna have to do something about that. You barely even hear the exhaust over that noisy engine. Alright, so she's a big loud beast. There is a check engine light on it. I said there's 2 glow plugs that are out, so I'm gonna get new glow plug harnesses, new glow plugs, just go ahead and replace all of them, and that should get rid of the check engine light. Now that doesn't mean there's not other issues. Still need to do an oil change for sure on this today, but the next thing is, now that we've got it starting when it's cold, is I got to get it warmed up and see if it's actually going to start once it's hot, because you know, there's 2 different starting issues with these things. When they're cold, won't start cold, or it won't start when it's hot. So now I gotta heat this up. We're getting it starting when it's cold. Let's go ahead, shut it down. And as you can see, it's 249,000. So almost 250,000 miles on this thing. Yeah, she's starting right up cold. So I'm gonna drive around a bit and get this heated up and see if it'll restart after that. You definitely feel that turbo kick in. And alignment appears to be a little off. It looks like the alignment on the tracker, but I didn't even touch anything on this one, so gotta see what's up with that. Steering is definitely a bit off. Yeah, the steering's got a whole lot of play in it. It's like something's up with the steering. It's got way too much play, and then kind of have to hold it to the side to keep it going straight. Yeah, let's drive this around a bit more and see what else is up with it. I don't know if you can hear anything over the road noise and sound everything else, but trying to get it up to highway speeds, and right when I got about 55, it started jerking, and it goes underpowered and started jerking a little bit, and I tried to give it a little more gas to get through it, and the turbo, I just heard the turbo boot blow off. I could see it like push up the hood, so I know I blew the boot off the turbo, and I can hear the turbo just out there screaming now, so I'm getting absolutely no boost whatsoever. I have no power, so getting back off the highway and try to get back home as quickly as I can. Luckily I didn't get too far, but yeah, it's just noisy and no power whatsoever right now without that turbo running. So now question is, will it restart now that it's hot? And no, it won't. Which is what I was afraid of. And that's what we blew off of there. Let it cool down a bit. I gotta go inside, do some work. I'll let it cool down a bit, get that reconnected, and see what else is wrong with this thing. Alright, so got the oil changed. It's a whole bunch of oil this thing takes. While I had it off, I was taking a look around. Doesn't look like, unfortunately, still has head bolts in there, so it didn't get head studs. Did get an EGR delete. No idea if there's been any oil cooler work or not. This is the boot that blew off. The clamp is still in place, so that's fine. It's just a cheap hose that obviously they already replaced. I went ahead and pulled the whole thing off so I can inspect this boot. No cracks. This one's actually in pretty good shape. Not seeing any issues with this one. That one, I need to get a replacement ordered. So yeah, I'm gonna get this back on. All right, so another new day. Still having issues. Not surprised, but we are doing cold starts. They are working now. Able to pretty consistently get it to start on a cold start. It's just when it's warm now, it won't restart. So probably going to require some digging into things. And well, I'm not a mechanic. I'm certainly not a diesel mechanic, so we'll see what we can figure out, what we can't. But yeah, I think that wraps things. That's going to wrap things up for this video. I'm going to go ahead and flush the coolant out today. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to figure out because, you know, you got to cycle through several times so I can get the car warm, drain it, refill it. Then I'm going to have to wait for it to cool off before I can restart it to get it warm again. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting day to get that done. I'm going to go ahead and end things here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're looking forward to seeing some content with this new pig. If so, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.